Hello Eurovoxers, welcome back to another Eurovision video, and we are here with Stuart to talk
Hi.
about the Eurovision stage reveal for Rotterdam 2020. What do you think about it, Stuart? You're very familiar with TV production, so how do you see this stage?
Well, I'm really impressed, and it's interesting because last week we were just talking about the logo because that was revealed, and
Mm-hmm.
you had some interesting things to say about it. Well, how it was kind of a trend in the design community,
Mm-hmm.
and that sparked some discussions about what the stage would look like. And now I think we're also really surprised to see the design come out this soon too. And it definitely fits in line with the logo and the opened up slogan. It's as they describe it, it's very minimalist.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, maybe being an artist, you would feel the way that I do. It to me, it seems like they've created the stage version of a blank canvas because to me, it seems like there's endless possibilities with what could be done with it.
I think this is really good. It's minimalistic, as you said. It's functional. There's many possibilities, and it definitely goes with the trend of this part of Europe. Very minimalistic and functional. Very German, Belgian, Netherlands-ish style. So I think it allows every 42 countries to create a new little movie in 3 minutes, and it will be so different. That is something I'm very, very sure. There's no
Mhm.
elements in the stage right now, it's just empty, so the possibilities can be insane.
Definitely, and I think that this is a great way to start what's going to be a new decade for the contest. And yeah, the minimalism of it all. Also in the mock-ups, you see how they integrate the logo with it, with the lines that stretch out from the center.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all very, very interesting. I'm really excited to see what the delegations are going to do with it all to integrate it with the
Mm-hmm.
music.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see what countries bring their own props, or like how they create a little stage on the big stage, or they put here a cube and like people will jump, or like they will bring dancers and they will be just dancing around. It can create so many different atmospheres. I think it's a really good staging, and it's
Mhm.
created by Florian Veda, if I'm not mistaken.
Hmm. I understand. I read on the article on Eurovision.tv that he's done a lot of stages for the MTV Awards and was it the Grammys or the Emmys? The Emmys.
Mm-hmm.
But you also said that he's previously done work for Eurovision as well.
Yeah, probably our viewers can let us know in the comments down below exactly which stages he's done and which are their favorites. Because, for example, if we go back to a few Eurovisions ago, there's stage like the stage is also a key part of the performance. For example, for me, the stage that always stands out is the 2014 because it was like a square and it had a grid behind. For me, it was personally not maybe the most aesthetically pleasing, but it was something that definitely stood out.
Yeah, and I've seen a lot of people talk about the 2014 stage in Copenhagen,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I agree with you in the sense that it might not have been the most aesthetically pleasing or imagine it in a concrete way, but the versatility of it all was really
Mm-hmm.
impressive. The way that projections were put on the floor and behind
Mm-hmm.
you, and the way that countries had used all the elements of it and the water features of it too, with Ruth Lorenzo and dancing
Mm-hmm.
in the rain, and Montenegro, they had an ice skater on it. It was almost
Yeah.
like this little box where anything was possible, the little box of imagination.
Yes, indeed. And then we went to Lisbon, and there was a stage with no leads in 2018, and
Hmm.
that brought so many possibilities for the delegations and countries to figure out a way to make the staging dynamic without projections. This year in Tel Aviv, we had amazing, amazing projections that made the whole performances look like a mini movie. So I'm kind of very curious to see what this staging can do.
Yeah, well, I wonder what your opinion on this is because it seems like the way that some stages have done. I think it's natural to say that every stage brings its advantages and challenges. And because we've described this as being a bit of like a blank canvas, what, in your perspective, think will be the challenges that come with doing that?
For me, as it looks like very plain, it would be the camera angles and how to focus it on a way where you don't see some like weird angles where the staging ends and then you can see the audience, or you can see a camera operator, or things like that. Or like, for example, what happened with Estonia this year, that some of the visuals were out of place because I don't know if like the cameras were switched close in, like fast enough, or I don't know. That's I'm waiting to see what Philip Kirkorov comes this year with,
of course.
because his productions are amazing.
Of course. And I mean, he's one person to mention, and then of course Sasha Jean-Baptiste.
Yes. So let's remember the Czech Republic staging in 2019 this year. It was very different to the rest of the staging. It was like a box and social media, and the singer was jumping in and out squares. So that was really standing out. Also, one of the really great stagings for me, that even if it didn't qualify, was Georgia this year. With the Eyes on Fire. Another great staging that was very, very simple was Eleni Foureira 2018. Because I think this kind of staging would bring a lot of possibilities to do this kind of performance where there's dancers and there's the main figure, and it doesn't have to be that complicated, especially when both the logo and the stage and the artwork in general is gearing towards minimalism.
Yeah, you're definitely right. And Eleni was a Sasha Jean-Baptiste stage, so I'm more than confident that we're going to see her come back with a handful, because she usually does like 3 or 4 here.
Switzerland this year also was a Sasha Jean-Baptiste. Yes. And it was very simple but very effective.
Yes, definitely. Even the things like aspect ratio, because they had the letterboxing on the top and bottom of the screen that just all of a sudden changed the feel of things when you were watching it. Those simple details can really bring things out. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what's going to happen.
Yes, guys, what do you think the staging? How do you think we could stage a song in this stage, guys? Let us know in the comments down below. Let us know also your favorite stagings of this past decade. And don't forget to like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, everywhere. And see you next time. Bye.
Bye.